Now look at that, folks. That's what you call a menu, because the food is incredible. It is Ditka's. Now we've come over from the lounge side to the beautiful restaurant. Young lady, just pan the restaurant. Show the folks the restaurant. Look how beautiful this place is. Get ready for their prime time dinner hour, about an hour away. So we have a little bit of time to just kind of share the ambiance of the room and also talk Oak Glen Golden Bear football. And here he is, the man, Ted Arnaud Jr. He was the offensive coordinator there last year, but now he is the head coach. And for the 20 years that I spent in Eastern Ohio doing play-by-play, I spent many fall nights watching the Oak Glen Golden Bears. And you know, when you think of Oak Glen, obviously you think of Larry Shaw, that great wrestling coach. And they've had some success with their girls volleyball team. But I've often said, it's time to wake up the echoes in the sleeping giant that is the Bear and the Bear's Den. Hopefully this is going to be the beginning of something new and fantastic for you and the blue and gold. How excited are you about this?
Oh, I'm very excited. And like I've said before, you go back and you look at what people did for you growing up, and now you have the opportunity to be a change maker in other people's lives in this position. It's really a great honor and a great responsibility. I'm really looking forward to a great future at Oak Glen.
Teddy, this is exciting stuff. I love high school sports. They're opening up with Weir High. Tony Filberto has got the Weir High Red Riders. He's the guy coaching them now. I can't tell you what this means to me. And that's why I'm so happy that we got the time to spend with your son today. We're going to talk X and O's in a minute. But you guys have been talking football and watching games and just loving it for years. This has got to be a dream come true for you, too.
Well, I'm just so proud of him because he stuck with it. He's been coaching at all kinds of levels for the last 8 years, and now it's his time to really show what he can do. And you know, it's an honor for me to be a part of it and try and contribute in some small way. But it's mostly me watching him and how he does it. I'm very proud of what he's doing.
All right, John Leary, the offensive coordinator. Ryan Wells is the defensive coordinator. And guess who the special teams coach is? Ted Arnaud. I want to talk about, before we get to the schedule, and we're just, you know, all coaches, one game at a time, so we'll talk a little bit about Weirton. But this Dakota Price, tell me about this kid. I mean, he's all everything.
Yeah, Dakota is he's a unique individual. He's kind of somebody you wouldn't normally find at the high school level, and that he's got the size and speed uncharacteristic of a tailback at this level. And he's 6'3", 220 pounds, and he can still run a 4.7 40. And you know, he proved that last year. He ran for 1,750 yards, and he was really a force of nature, a force to be reckoned with. And he's gotten recognition downstate with the Charleston Mail. He's the second team All-State running back in all classes. So you know, he's caught the eye of the attention of the media for sure.
Is he a north-south runner?
He is a north-south runner, but he's also he's a very versatile running back. He can run north-south, but I think he prefers to run east-west. But he's so big and he's got that big frame that he can really deflect incoming DBs that are coming to make the tackle, and he's really proven that he can be a perimeter runner as well as a north-south runner as well.
Teddy, what do you see when you look at this young man?
I see his stride. He's got an unusual running style. It's very long leg. Where somebody like me would take 4 steps, he takes 1 step. And it's an unusual running style. If he breaks out and he gets past the line of scrimmage, almost nobody can keep up with him. So if they don't stop him at the line of scrimmage, almost every play he could be gone.
Listen, I go back when Frank Magruder was the coach, and they had a 3-set backfield, and you would have sworn you were watching the Oklahoma Sooners, okay? I know that's changed a little bit, but tell me about Lance Collins, your quarterback. What's he good at?
Well, maybe that's changed and maybe some of it hasn't, because John Leary, who's our offensive coordinator, he's got a little bit of old school in him.
Nice.
So don't be surprised if we line up in a little bit of 3-back here and there. And,
wing TV.
And show you, well, maybe some wishbone type of stuff. You never know. So Lance Collins, he developed so much as a quarterback last year and as a defensive player, really. He's on both sides of the ball. He's going to be an impact player for us. He threw for 1,100 yards and was 60% in his passing completion as a junior. And he's really gone to task, making himself better this offseason. And he's really matured a lot as well. And I'm looking forward to see what he can produce on the field as a result of that hard work this year.
I'm going to rock one of them T-shirts. I like that T-shirt, that big bear paw. Hey, Chase Crago.
Chase Crago, he's going to be our starting X this year, kind of our starting main wideout. He's kind of grown into his body. I think he's one of those kids that I think he kind of grew like a tree, as a freshman and a sophomore, and he's now filled out into his body, and he's also one of our speed players. Nice reach. He's got a nice vertical. You can expect him to get a lot of shallow passes underneath, and we're expecting him to make some big plays for us this year.
So you're going to implement your famous dink and dunk. Is that what you're going to do?
I think there'll be a lot of dinking and dunking, but there's going to be a lot of going down the field too. So he's implemented an offense where we've got really some pretty good speed in the backfield, and with players that are interchangeable in their different positions. Don't be surprised if you don't see Dakota line up as a wingman. So I mean, I think the offense is looking really good. I've been very impressed so far with only 3 real days of practice, but they're going at a pretty steady, high-speed clip.
We're at Ditka's and Robinson, a couple of more minutes. Ted Arno, senior and junior. Teddy here, of course, the head coach of the Oakland Golden Bears. Is it Ethan Travis? Tell me about it.
Ethan Travis, he's a sophomore, and right now he's probably the front runner for our split end or our Y spot. And he didn't get much varsity time last year, so this is his first little chance to get in the spotlight and show what he can do. But he stands at a 6'4", 220-pound kid as well. So he's the type of kid that we're expecting to do good things in his career at Oakland for the next 3 years.
The great thing about high school football is the rivalries. Friday night under the lights, and boy, they've got a lot of them on their schedule. They start off, as I mentioned, on August 26th with Weir High, and then a school that I've always loved. It's Central Catholic, and of course that'll be Steubenville Central Catholic on September the 2nd, Indian Creek on the 9th, and then Madonna on the 15th. It's also Warren out of Vincent, Ohio, coming up on the 24th, and then in the always tough Edison Wildcats, the 30th, and then the Cross River rival, the Potters. That's always a great matchup. Harrison Central on the 14th, that's out of Cadiz, Ohio. Buckeye Local on the 21st, and Beaver Local, another rival, on the 28th. When you look at that schedule, if you're a fan, there's not one bad game on that schedule. That's a great schedule.
No, it's a great schedule, and it's a testament to Ohio Valley football. And we've got our hands full preparing for the season because we've got great opponents. But we've also gone to task, and I thought that we've met the standards that are necessary to be competitive for the schedule. So I'm very proud of our preparation so far this year. We've got some time to go, but we've got a great schedule to live up to, and we're going to go to work every week and try to win those football games.
If you can't get geeked up for Weir High, you don't have blood flowing through your veins. That's going to be a great game.
There's a lot, if you look at it, the schedule causes the team to go back and forth across the Ohio River quite a bit. So there's a lot of local flavor to the schedule and to the team. So it's going to be exciting. I hope we get a lot of people out there for that Weir game. I got a feeling that those stands are going to be full.
Administration, obviously, school board, obviously. There's a lot of people you want to thank. This is a great opportunity. I know no one will outwork you. I know that. But anything you want to say to them, the people that really have given you this opportunity?
Oh, I mean, we have great administrators in Oakland, and Dave Smith, who's been our principal for the last 3 years, he's really gone to task to make the school all around an academic and athletic place that's conducive to success. And the school environment's really improved under his leadership. Also, our assistant principals, Carla Quincy-Bell and Kevin Logue, have just done an outstanding job. And I think we're heading in the right direction at Oakland. And one of the big things I'll be pushing, with their guidance and leadership is also our academic achievement. And it's going to be very important to me that our kids strive to be the best they can be in the classroom and on the field.
Ladies and gentlemen, the head coach of the Oakland Golden Bears, Ted Arno Jr. and Ted Arno Sr. Every Sunday, 45 past the hour in the noon hour on the Coos Market Black and Gold Sunday Show, talking the National Football League. Have a great day.